As
Not
Bon
yet.
Jovi likes to say, I'm halfway there. And here's the deal. If I did more videos, I probably would get monetized. I'm not like patting myself on the back or anything, but I'm at almost 2,000 of the 4,000 required hours. And like that's consistently posting 2 or 3 a week or, 2 or 3 a day. So,
Have you all noticed how many channels being demonetized lately? Creepy pasta. Why did creepy? I don't know who that is, but why did they get demonetized?
okay, well, I'm going to look that one up. But yes, I follow, I actually really probably need to stop being so obsessive, but,
He's saying that he couldn't imagine you being warped enough to vote for Trump.
oh, okay, got it. Um,
Sorry, good.
no, that's okay. Hi, Brian.
The demonetization you were talking about.
Yeah, hi, Vincent. Yeah, but it's like a lot of AI and it's a lot of reusing content.
They're going
So
after fake content and people that are just
that are
content
just,
factories.
yeah, that are not making like original content. Um, so anything that has AI in it is going to be like, and ironically enough, they're using AI to remove AI, um, AI videos. There's no issues using AI in the descriptions and titles and everything else.
I
And
want you to
I,
think about this. Mark Cuban said that everything that mankind has achieved as far as progress in
Mhm.
the last 50 years, so that's going back to the early 70s. Every bit of technological progress that we've made in the last 50 years, AI is going to be able to do that much progress in 5. And then in that period of time, AI is going to get to the point where it's going to be able to do that kind of progress. Think about the world AJ is going to grow up in.
Mhm. No,
It's
I
all
mean,
going to be AI. Everything is going to be AI. AI, there are going to be robots working in factories and in warehouses. The world that he grows up in is going to be a world that is going to be so far more advanced than what we even knew from what our parents knew. It's going to be insane. The leap is going to be next level.
yeah. Seems like a lot of leftists are losing pay. I mean, if you're talking about across all the platforms, I would agree with that. Um, it won't be pretty. This is a very simple mentality. I do not, Tom and I for a long time just made enough money. Like we were never broke, but we were never rolling in extra money. Um, it was just always enough. We actually it was always just a little too little, but it was never enough to like completely take us out, if that makes sense. And then through a series of luck, just even finding the job in an industry I didn't have any experience with, and then it just clicking in my brain and being in the beginnings of an industry. Um, I got really lucky. I mean, lucky, but I'm also worked hard. I'm surely not trying to minimize that. But when we got, I don't even know what I was going with this time. Fuck. God, I hate when that happens.
You were talking about we just made enough money.
Yeah, I know. But, and we were making, I don't know what I was trying to say though. Son of a bitch.
God damn it, that
I
fucking
know.
old age shit just sort of creeps up on you. It's
Oh,
classy start
I
talking
know.
up.
So then when I basically, I was $4,000 short of doubling my salary. And then Tom was still making his salary. So we added basically a third of my salary. So we were living on the first 2/3, and then the second third was it just helped us get our heads out of our ass, like we could pay off all of our debt, all of that shit, right? And when I was hiring people and all of that, all I could ever think of was how much money can I get them? especially people that I had already worked with, and then I knew that their work ethic was, and that if somebody just gave them a chance, that they would do pretty well. Um, and I did that with a couple of people that um, were working with me there, and the gentleman that was the owner or the my boss, he was Chinese, and he was so phenomenal at making sure that he spread the wealth, right? Like that's
Hmm.
like even now, like even though I left because of some shitty stuff, he had no control over that shitty stuff. And I mean, he's still, at Christmas, he sends me a text message and wishes me Merry Christmas, whatever. Anyways, my point is that, like with this AI stuff, eh, people are so worried. Like the AI is going to wipe out a lot of stuff, but there's still always going to be somebody that's making sure that they're getting paid all of the monies. And then, I mean, even these data centers, you still have to have people that man them, right, Tom? Like they're
Yeah,
not.
but what it's going to do is it's going to replace a shit ton of workers,
I
and and
understand,
and
but
when
everybody's so,
when you
my point is, all these rich people are so worried about sharing the wealth because I don't understand what their fear is. That was really where I was trying to go. Where is their fear coming from? That like you and I mean, for 10 fucking years, every day I got up and I was like, Tom, today's the day that we're gonna lose everything. Like I literally lived 10 years of our life. Well, a lot more than that, but those 10 years, I definitely lived like that, right? Like there was just I was living on adrenaline and nicotine and fear and caffeine for a really long fucking time. And I don't understand being afraid that somebody, if you're here in the financial ladder, like they really do want to keep you this far down because this close that they don't feel comfortable. It's like they think that there's not going to be enough houses or not enough, like that they're not going to be the richest person. Like
here's
it's
what
this.
here's what doesn't make sense from the standpoint of rich people wanting to wipe out working class jobs so that they can hoard more money for themselves, so that they can save more money and not pay labor and be able to have robots do jobs and shit like that. What doesn't make sense is, in order for the robots to have a job creating products, somebody's got to want to buy those products. And if the entire society isn't working because it's all uh, um, mechanized, it's all automated, then there's nobody to buy your product. So you can't make any more money. You need a certain level of a working class folk out there. And yes, when it comes to the working class folk, they want to keep them down on the ladder because they want to be able to hoard more money for themselves. They want you to make just enough to keep you coming in and doing the jobs and give you just enough where you can go on a vacation once a year and buy some Christmas presents and own a house and feel like you're living the American dream, but nothing above and beyond that, because they want all of it to themselves. And then you have people like Thiel, and these other billionaires who actually believe that they can live forever. The experiments that Elon Musk was doing at the University of Florida was in regard to transplanting implants into human heads and being able to see if people can live forever. They want to make sure they live forever and keep all the wealth. And if they can have the machines doing the work for them, then so be it.
I,
That's AI.
I
That's why AI is here.
and I under and the people that are saying they're against AI and everything else. I mean, I don't know. I think there's some value to it. It's just not.
Well, we're going to find out really quickly because they're going up all over the goddamn place. We're going to find out what they're actually going to be able to do with them and how many people. That's like 20 years from now. we may very well be at a place in this country where we're so automated that there literally are not enough jobs for the human beings that exist, which is that's the point in time where you then have to tax the fully automated companies
No, I understand how it
so that
works,
you
but
can then
then
provide universal basic income for everybody that cannot
right,
get
so
a
you
job.